Yo, everyone. That is the voice of your Yonko host, DrJaceAttorney, and we're back with the demon hunting massacre of Devil May Cry. We're with Dante and Lady and the White Rabbit, and listen, we're here for the new Netflix animated series from head honcho Adi Shankar. I hope I'm pronouncing his name correctly, but for those that are not in the know, he is one of the head honchos for the Castlevania Netflix series, as well as the Captain Laserhawk series. My goat, Captain Laserhawk, as well as executive producer on Castlevania Nocturne, which actually came out earlier this year, its second season. So rounding us off, we have Devil May Cry. Adi Shankar has been wanting to do a Devil May Cry series as far back as when he did the first season of Castlevania. So there's a lot of hype and expectations going into this series. So we're going to deep dive the good, the bad. There's a lot to discuss about this series, and I'm actually kind of excited to talk about what segment of the fandom is calling it bad. But with me, as always, is fellow Yonko Grandmaster Hoop. Now, Grandmaster, I know you're here for one reason, and one reason alone, and that is the one character in your background voiced by, whoa, I know that reference. I know this character. Oh, man, I sure love this man. Who is he? Who is he? Enlighten us.
Hey, fellas. Hey, ladies. And the people that don't give a up, mamas. Them daddies. It don't matter who's in my background. We'll get to them, but know that this is a GOAT. They got a GOAT VA here, and may he rest in peace. And we thank him for giving us this role. I may not be a Devil May Cry fan, but I'm here for this series. This series delivered, and I'm here for it. And I may cry.
Oh, roll credits. There we go. Can devils cry? Can they? We'll soon find out. But with us, our fellow supernovas, Jet Black Toasty and Dr. Mondo. Feel for the room, fellas. Devil May Cry, are you fanatics? Did you play the games before? First-time watchers for the series? What's going on?
Played the old games like a while back. Recently played, like about a year ago, played the Devil May Cry 5. So kind of I remember a little bit the story, but definitely like love the series. This series was adrenaline. And I also compared to the 2010 anime, which I liked.
Oh, yeah.
But this one I liked it a little bit more. I think it was a lot more exciting, in my opinion. Although they're different time points, definitely.
For sure. I mean, yeah, the anime, I mean, a lot of people like that OG anime from Studio Madhouse, so I feel you. But you're saying this one's better. This one's better. The Netflix.
I personally like this one more. It's just more exciting. Every aspect of it is like crisper. But definitely like the 2010 one, it's Dante in a different period than this.
Fair.
It's not the same time period.
It is not the same time period. Toasty, I take it you're a DMC fanatic, a psychopath?
No, never heard of it before. I thought that was Devil May Cry Baby season 2, actually. But yeah.
Oh, Devil May Cry Baby. Oh, that one.
Yes.
Wow, another Netflix series.
Exactly. But no, obviously I heard of this show. I have the best of the games right here in my wallpaper.
You better watch your mouth, man. People will come for you for that.
People have wrong opinion all the time. We say that every time we have a podcast or a live stream. People state their wrong opinion, and I'm here to correct them and set them straight. I am a teacher of life. But I mean, I do like this show. It did its job. There's some part I didn't like. There was some part that were good, but it kept me entertained more than bored, I guess.
Then what? Boredom?
Being bored.
Being bored. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Pretty colors. But no, we're here with Devil May Cry, the animated series. Listen, I do agree with you, Dr. Mondo, and you saying that this was a spectacle to watch, because I know that Grandmaster who was not going to watch this goddamn show until I mentioned the name of one goddamn studio involved. And he's like, whoa, oh man, I know this studio. Avatar: The Last Airbender. Once I mentioned Studio Mir, this bastard was like, oh my God, now I'm going to watch it. Avatar: The Last Airbender, Legend of Korra, My Adventures with Superman. Now I can watch it. Am I wrong? Am I wrong?
Listen. Okay.
Look here.
Studio Mir is goated. Ain't nothing wrong with letting that be the hook into the show. I don't know really jack about Devil May Cry. I know Studio Mir's track record though, and did they deliver here? Yes, they did.
The brand loyalty, granted,
it is like, brand loyalty.
And again, Grandmaster, I respect your loyalty. I love loyalty in a person. I really do.
We all seek relationships with that kind of loyalty.
But you need to expand your horizons. Speaking of horizons, did you finish Horizon Forbidden West?
It don't matter. The point is this. Studio Mir hasn't missed. They did not miss with Devil May Cry. I have my critiques, though. There are some things I critique, similar to my critique of Voltron. But ultimately, they delivered. And so, yeah, if you a fan, you a fan.
Wow. You want to finish the rest?
It's all right.
I mean, I'll admit Studio Mir's involvement is exciting to know about. And of course, the animation's going to be top tier, but like Grandmaster said, whenever the show, whenever Studio Mir is involved, there are some catch-alls that they have with their series, similar to a show like Voltron that I'm sure we're going to get into. I'm sure we're going to get into it. But, Grandmaster, you never played Devil May Cry, right? At all.
I have not. I have not. I am very lukewarm to this series.
The franchise?
The franchise, yes. The franchise. I'm very, I know my only experience with Dante is PlayStation All-Stars.
Oh my God.
Oh God, that was the reboot, Dante. What's wrong with you?
Sue me.
Honestly, you need to play the game. Buy the 5th one. It's on sale right now for like $20.
Well, the series, it did entice me to go look at some gameplay because I was like, I just wanted to see kind of what the gameplay looked like and see if it kind of matched with the series.
Really God of War.
That's what it was giving. Yeah, hack and slash.
You would like this. It's literally God of War.
No, it's really that. You have giant monster. You have a character that's obviously fighting the giant monster, and like that's really it. Like the only difference that this game is 3D.
It's very similar to like old God of War.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
No, that's what it gave. It gave hack and slash. Yeah. But I need the story to back it up, and
it does. But it does have a story.
But you see, the story is one of those things where it's difficult if you're not paying attention to understand what's going on. Like I played the 5th game like 3 times, I believe, at this point, and even the story is something where I'm like, I probably missed something. That's why I'm wanting to replay it. That way I can be like, okay, I want to make sure I got everything correctly.
I'm gonna say this: the story given here on this series. At first watching it, first couple episodes, I was like, he's just that anime boy, the cocky one, and it's Johnny Young Bosch, and I was like, okay, I've seen this before, but there was a point where I was like, ooh, I wonder if that's in the game because that's interesting. I mean, we'll get there. I'll save it. But there was a point where I was like, maybe you're a little more than just a carbon copy of the story from the game. So if the game story can deliver like this show did, and I know I talked to Dr. Jace a little bit about what some of the fans are saying. I'm here to fight. So
I can tell you.
I think I can
tell you. Yeah, I can tell you right now. The game story is similar to. It's not a good example, but it's similar to Elden Ring, where when you're playing it, you don't get the story until you finish. And then once you start realizing the connection, your mind is blown. That's really what it is.
You're talking about the game franchise?
Yeah, the game. Yeah, the game. Not this show, obviously. Like in the game.
Yeah.
It's something where you either have to play the game multiple times, or it's probably something where if you read up a YouTube video where they pick up all the cryptid messages that you miss, that's when you realize, holy shit, this makes sense now. This makes sense. This is also amazing. Like that's what I feel like it is.
I really agree with that because I feel like this series, the Netflix series, does start out rather simplistic, similar to the games. The games, for the most part, are really black and white. Demons bad, humanity good. We gotta fight the demons. Kill, kill, kill. You know, get that triple S rank by slaughtering the demons and cutting their heads off. And this show kind of starts off similar to that too. You know, you have two worlds at war with each other, demons versus humanity and all that jazz. And the great demon knight Sparta comes in and he basically divides the world, he builds a wall.
He closed the door. Yes, he builds a wall.
Does he not build a wall?
Is it symbolic? Is it symbolic for the U.S. and Mexico?
Listen.
I'm just gonna say the way the series ends, we'll go on that.
Yeah.
It really goes into kind of what's happening, like what's
there's comparisons. There's comparisons.
Did they add politics to my goddamn DMC game or show?
You can draw the parallel. The parallel is there. Now, when they first talk about Sparta, I didn't think anything of it. It's at a later point that I realized it kind of.
Did you think it was Sparta the Greek and not Sparta?
Which
I know this reference.
They make a joke about that.
He's like, are they talking about the Athenian also? Is it the Peloponnesian War?
They're like, not Sparta, Sparta.
Yes.
But see, that's great setup. They built a wall. They did. They said, demons, you stay over there, and humans, you stay over here. Meanwhile, I'm gonna go hang with these humans because y'all suck, and your land sucks, and that king is a bastard.
So you're telling me that the immigrants of Earth built a wall to keep out the other immigrants?
The one immigrant, yes, he built a wall and said, I'm gonna reap the benefits. Y'all stay in your lane.
So he's the villain.
I mean, they get into it. They kind of don't like Sparta on the other side.
I mean, do you want to talk about the complexities or save it for later?
Let's build it.
Let's build it. Fine. But yes, the story does start out simplistic and it builds its way to a very complex very complex theming. But we do have the story of Dante here as well. He's as Grandmaster Hoop called it, he's just a generic, superpowered demon hunter for hire. It's just generic. I've seen this before. You watch 50 iterations of Batman doing the same goddamn thing.
Superman.
Superman. I like my adventures of Superman. Y'all should watch it. Studio Mir.
I wonder what Superman is weak to. I think I heard of something called green kryptonite, but there's no way they're gonna do it for the 50th time.
You got some biases that you need to go to therapy for. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous.
Sure when they introduce red kryptonite, you probably lose your mind because you're like, oh my god, red kryptonite.
It's red this time.
Oh, it changes everything.
It does not help that he's also voiced by Johnny Young Bosch, who is a prolific VA in the anime world, and so
some people are divided on that on him voicing Dante.
100%, yes.
Okay, so watching him and watching Dante do like cool shit and quips, I'm like,
wait, what? Let me pause you right now. Were you watching Dante or were you watching Johnny Young Bosch? Because to me, I feel like you were just watching Johnny.
Well, and people are gonna hate me for this. I was like, I don't watch Bleach, but I don't watch Bleach.
You don't watch Bleach?
I don't, but
wait, what do you mean by Bleach? The show, or are you talking about Bleach bottle? Because nobody watches a Bleach bottle.
I'm talking about Bleach, the show, and
just to make sure, you're talking about the show that was one of the big 3 anime in the mid-2000s.
That you refused to watch for no reason.
Correct.
You refuse. You stood at the wall saying, I'm not going to watch this.
I will watch Naruto and One Piece. I refuse to watch you. The show with the cool-ass...
I've seen Bleach, and I'm not a Bleach fan.
The cool-ass kimono-wearing badasses with the giant-ass anime swords. I'm not watching you, but I'll watch Naruto.
I was getting to a point.
Wait, I'm sorry. I'm going to say one more thing. That means you didn't have Asterix on your iPod when you were younger, did you? Do you know what Asterix is?
Like...
an asterisk,
Stickers?
like in
No,
writing?
I'm talking about the opening song for the Bleach anime.
The
no.
opening one.
I don't know
You
any-
don't
I don't know any Bleach openings.
Okay.
Okay, Ethan, I'll be Grandmaster. I want to do me a favor. Just go watch them. That's all I want to say.
Please. The point is, watching Dante, I was like, I wonder if this is how he is when he plays Ichigo. And I don't, and let me know if they're
No.
very similar.
Not at all. Ichigo's
No.
not like
Okay.
that.
Okay, then cool. Then I
Each-
really like his iteration of Dante. Then I really enjoyed it.
No, Ichigo is like a straight lace boy. Like, you know, like he's supposed to be the bad boy, but he's not funny bad boy like Dante, I guess.
Right.
He's
Okay.
more serious.
Okay. And then I guess my other thing, watching Dante, I was like, is he like this in the games? Because based on what I know, Toasty, your background, the reboot Dante, is he not more similar to that one?
Yes, in a way. He is. No, to be fair, he is. He does have some comedic. He's more like immature in this game because that's
Immature.
that's the DMC. I don't even know what it's called. I think
It's called
DMC.
People call it DMC. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just DMC. So it is, the reboot is called DMC. Don't get it confused with the original game, DMC 1. But with the reboot, this one is supposed to be like a younger version. He's more immature. He's more cocky, would be the guess of it, with everything that he does. He thinks like he's better than anybody else. That's like the gist that you get in the game. And from what I remember, one of the criticism for this game is he's overconfident without being too funny. Meanwhile, the original Dante, including DMC5, he's strong, but he doesn't take it seriously. He's the strong guy that isn't, go around saying, look at me, I'm strong, I'm strong, I'm strong. He messes around. Like, he could be having a fight and he throws a motorcycle at somebody and uses the motorcycle to beat their ass down. Like, just because it's funny or
very
it's cool
comical.
looking.
He's a very comical character. I would say, to Tosi's point, he's a mix of the DMC reboot Dante and DMC 3 Dante. That's the Dante that's the most comedic. He's eating pizza while he's beating the shit out of demons and shooting them up.
And that's her, because in DMC5, I think he's like 40 years old, and DMC3,
it's a more experienced Dante.
Yeah, because in DMC3, he should be in his late 20, early 30, so he's still
he's very young in DMC3. It's a prequel. It's a prequel.
Yeah, it's a prequel. So that might be the one where he's actually in his mid 20-ish. So that might be the one.
So I think with this series, it's pulling a lot of inspiration from DMC3, which has, Virgil and Lady and those other characters. But it's going even further back as an origin point. Because with DMC3, when you play the game, it's a prequel, but you can tell when playing the game, there was stuff that happened before DMC3 that you were asking, like, wait, so what happened with this character and Dante and Virgil? No. But in the show, they're trying to even move the needle further back, saying this is the origin of these characters. This is point A to start.
Virgil, it's like, Virgil is dead. What?
And I also looked it up. DMC3, he's 18. So this is definitely younger. He's definitely younger than this show. Because in this show, I don't know how old he might be, but we know that's before he met Lady, for example, or he met Trish, because she didn't appear in this show.
Right. Yeah. Trish is a character not in this show.
That's season 2.
That's season 2. I like this series enough because it gives you... Grandmaster loves it when they do this shit in Marvel. Breadcrumbs of like cameos and be like, oh my god, when's this character gonna show up?
This is for y'all though. The breadcrumbs I'm new to this. When they give you these breadcrumbs, because when you have a series like this, y'all keep saying it's a prequel. I think that's a better move to do when you have a series like this.
Yeah.
Because you are able to You just have more liberties.
You're able to build up the lore.
Not only more liberties, but also to take, for example, you, Grandmaster. You're not a person that played the games. So I think it's a great move for you to start pretty much with with an origin story. It's like, hey, you don't need to know anything about Dante. You really don't.
Yes, sir.
It's like because we're going to tell you his story. We're going to show you his story. But granted, if you're a fan, if you played the games, you're going to obviously know certain parts of the story, but it's not a carbon copy of the game. And
Right.
that's good for the fan. Because
No.
if I'm a fan that I've played the games and I'm seeing a live action and I can literally predict every single thing that's gonna happen, I'm gonna turn it off. I
Might as
might
well
The
play
Last
the
of Us.
game.
be playing the game.
Go play
Yeah.
the games.
No, that's a fair point, because it's not only that, it actually makes people want to go back, like I mentioned earlier, and
Exactly.
do play the games, because now I'm seeing the origin story. I'm wondering, damn, I missed something in the other games that
And
I
you
probably
want to
didn't
compare
realize.
it too.
Yeah,
Because
you want to
like, you
compare.
want to see, it's like, wait, did it go like this in the game or was the game different? You go
Yeah.
back, let's say it's different. Oh, interesting. They changed this. And you're like, okay, like I can see why they changed this. It made sense even though they changed it. Or you can also say like, I agree with the game a little bit more. Totally fine. It's up to your discretion at that point.
And you see, this is one thing that I thought was really cool, because I didn't know this about the series going into it, but the White Rabbit, right? That's not a main character from any of the DMC games. He is a villain from the DMC manga that no one has ever read. He was never in DMC 3. He was
I
never.
didn't know that there was a manga until like after I saw the show.
I didn't know there was a manga until 20 seconds ago.
And see, you see how cool that is. I like it that the show, similar to Castlevania, is taking liberties with the source material. It's not like Dr. Mondo saying, it's not trying to be a one-to-one adaptation of the source material, because it's like, hey, go play the games if you want a beat for beat retelling of those game stories. They're implementing certain things that, like Grandmaster was saying, he didn't know there was a manga, yet they're implementing a character, a villain from that manga. And I'll be honest, I like the White Rabbit.
I love
liked
the
him
White
here.
Rabbit.
I loved the White Rabbit.
I liked him.
White Rabbit killed it. He was
Let
he's
me
a
stop
fucking
it right
rabbit.
now.
Oh, Toasty, you cut off. I have no idea what you said.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just wanting to say I tolerated him. I thought he was.
Come
Good at
on,
some
no,
point.
get out of here.
I
Stop,
love the White
stop.
Rabbit.
No, get
I've
out.
stated my point, and I've been shut down
He's
for saying
cool.
the
He's a
truth.
rabbit.
He's
So,
a
but it's
bunny.
cut- cutting people up.
Like Toasty, what did you like and what did you not like about the White Rabbit?
I'm gonna explain it as we're going to the episode. That way I
Okay.
don't spoil or jump around.
All right.
Well,
Well-
he kicks off the series.
He does kick off the series. I mean, it's cool to see elements of the series like replicated in the show, because he goes into the museum and he gets Force Edge. And people that play the games know what Force Edge is. That's one of the blades in the game. And we're like, ooh, whoa, references, yeah. It was great. It was great.
Yeah.
It was nice seeing little things like that. I will ask for people that have not, I guess Grandmaster and maybe Dr. Mondo, did you think it was kind of generic seeing like the backstory of like Virgil and Dante being like, whoa, he has a brother from back in the day, but demons killed his family. And is his brother alive? Who knows? We'll find out.
It's generic. Like, I think it is a generic backstory, but I think it's like if you have a generic backstory, but you kind of twist it in a good, like you twist it in an interesting way later down the line, you make it work. And again, it's the rule of anime or the rule of any series: if they don't show a body.
I was wondering if like Grandmaster was seeing it like that too and watching the show. Like, this is so generic. Of course the brother's alive. There's no body.
I remember like what happened. Like that. Like again, I played the games a while ago, but I remember like the gist of it.
Right.
I have a loose knowledge of Dante, and one of the loose things I did know, I knew about Virgil, and that's it though. I knew he had a twin brother. I didn't know what happened to him. I don't really know his story. the generic thing, I was like, he's probably evil. And so with the White Rabbit, I was like, now is he an actual just an anthropomorphic bunny demon, or is that a dude in a mask? And I was like, maybe that's the brother. That was
you thought the brother was cosplaying as the rabbit?
That was my running theory up until probably episode
the last episode,
probably episode 6, which we'll talk about episode 6.
I'm telling you, the brother is amazing. I can't wait to see him in action next season.
Oh, Virgil's gonna be insane.
You need to play DMC 5 just because the way the brother. Oh man, let me just stop. I'm not gonna spoil anything. I mean, y'all.
Virgil, as much as Dante has aura, his brother carries
Virgil
equal
is a
amounts.
badass.
He carries equal amounts. It's that goddamn katana. There's something about that katana
when he cuts it like a cross to open the.
It is so. Y'all are not ready. And you know what? It's a little bit of a blue ball tease that they did it in season 1, because in the trailers leading up to season 1, that scene where he goes to the restaurant. In the diner, and via Spider-Man 2, someone chucks the car through the window, and Dante, Dante dodges it and everything. His brother, who you think is his brother, comes in, and Dante's like, "What? You're dead though, bro." And that was the trailer. The trailer ends there, and it implies like, "Whoa, Virgil's gonna be in this. That's crazy." When you watch the series, you learn, wait a minute, that was not his brother. And you're wondering the whole time, did they just blue ball like the fandom? Like, is Virgil actually in here at all?
It was a bait.
It was a bait.
No, huge bait. Huge.
But we'll get into it in the final episode. But Virgil is the definition of aura.
Virgil, I remember playing as Virgil in Devil May Cry. I think it's Blade. I think was it Yamato.
Yeah.
Yo, that is nasty. That's filthy. What you do with Virgil?
Disgusting.
Just to make sure you play the special edition that came with his DLC, right?
Yeah, that's the one he's talking about.
I got it on a special because I bought it after it came out, way after.
Okay.
So it's it came with that, and
I'm actually gonna replay those games. I'm 100% gonna replay them.
That's what the series did right. It made me want to play the games again. But yeah, I mean, and honestly, wanting to know about Virgil's whole backstory. I mean, the White Rabbit. What does he want to do? He wants to combine the stones together, the MacGuffins.
He wants to bring down the wall.
Tear down that wall.
He wants to tear down the wall, Mr. Gorbachev.
I was gonna say that.
Reagan smash.
What reference?
Reagan smash.
References.
Yes.
But I guess and again, I this is where I thought the story was really cooking because. I really like this. Because, again, I just thought he was a demonic bunny. And he's like, I want to bring demons over to the human world and bring demons. I was like...
Why are you sounding like Heath Ledger?
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know. But, so they built it up really well because I was like, this is, kind of boring. He's just evil for the heck of being evil.
I mean, that's what demons are. Demons are meant to...
That's what demons are, right?
That's what the games do.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
And then you got my dude in the back, VP Baines is like, God never wanted us to share space with demons. That's why they're in their world and they can't come into ours. Your boy Kevin Conroy. And I was like, okay, so all right, you got the righteous holy person over here and then the demon over here. Classic, good versus evil, good's gonna triumph. And it's just not that simple. And I like when it's not simple.
No, and they're constantly throwing they're throwing some darts at the US. It's because even the first scene when the White Rabbit comes out, literally the first scene of the series, that he's in the Vatican, they're trying to steal something, and he's like, oh yeah, it's very typical of you American sapiens. It's like shoot down what you do not like, attack what you do not understand. It's a very easy way of going about things.
Who?
Okay,
I mean,
see,
it makes sense. If I see something I
Oh
don't
no,
know,
of course,
I
no,
shoot.
but it's like it constantly like he's just like play like they're throwing like darts like at it, and like literally the first scene there, like
but
with Bane's everything. It's just like okay.
but that rabbit's line, when you go back and watch it, the first time you hear him say it, you don't think nothing of it. You're like, America. He's talking about America.
Yeah.
But then when you
It
get
makes
there,
sense.
correct.
It
So,
makes sense. Everything he says, it's like, yeah, you American sapiens. It's like the way you go about this, it's very efficient. Very efficient. Shoot, attack what you do not understand.
I want to give props to the VA for the White Rabbit. He did a phenomenal job. Do we know his
Oh,
name?
yes.
Who voiced him?
Hold up.
Ah,
Yes,
you're
we know
supposed
him.
to
And
know
he-
this immediately.
I should have wrote it down.
And what
Hoon-
else has he done?
Hoon Lee. Hoon Lee.
Hoon Lee.
Korean?
Um, he's a Harvard grad. I know that much.
Wow.
That doesn't matter to me.
The Harvard Extension.
I don't know if he's
Harvard
it,
Extension.
it doesn't say.
But has he done other shows? He has to be like
he's-
Korean American because he didn't have an accent.
I mean, if I'm trying to.
Oh,
Look, he's
you
in
wanna
your
know-
show,
wait.
Toasty.
What
He's in
show?
Iron Fist.
Yes,
That's not my show. That
Iron
is
Fist?
Dr. J's show. That
wait,
was his
wait,
show.
One of
wait. In
you
Iron
fools a
Fist,
show.
who does he voice it? Who is he in Iron Fist?
Liu Kang.
Liu Kang.
Was he the rival?
No,
I don't.
no, no.
I didn't
no.
finish Iron Fist. I
Wait,
couldn't
wait,
tell
wait,
you.
wait. How do you spell?
No, he might have been
How do you
the
spell the
main
name? Liu
character,
Kang.
right?
How do you spell the name? Liu Kang.
Leikung.
G Iron Fist.
I didn't finish Iron Fist, so yeah, no, I couldn't.
Oh
tell
no,
you.
that was one of the teachers
Side.
or the monks in Iron
okay.
Fist. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean
He's
that's
Master.
cool.
He's Master Splinter in the 2012 TMNT.
He actually
And
does
he
look
was
like Master
Shredder.
Splinter.
in the Rise of
Rise.
the Teenage.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I mean, he has clout.
He has some credibility. I liked his portrayal of the White Rabbit.
Yeah.
It was
Oh yeah,
very
no, he was good
sinister.
as the rabbit. Yeah, he sounded like a sinister version of the Alice in Wonderland rabbit. Like, you know, he's
Right.
speaking high English, you know, and he's got the T. So he really did give off that, you know, I'm evil. I'm gonna fuck your shit up at tea time, right after tea time.
Right after tea time.
I'm late.
He didn't do that part. That would have been.
He didn't do
interesting.
that part. That would have been funny, but yeah.
What do you guys? This is the point of contention where I feel like you might get some divide. Not some. A lot of people are divided on this. Darkcom. Darkcom. What do you guys feel about Darkcom?
It's
Destroy
typical-
all demons.
Yeah, it's typical Secret Service thing. Like, you know, keep everything in the dark, slaughter everything. Like, there's nothing special about it to me. Like,
Hold on,
it
hold on.
felt like-
Is Darkcom in the games?
No. I don't know.
Oh, they're not.
I don't know if the entity is in the games, but they're not mentioned from what I've played. So, for
Not
example,
that I know
Okay. Yeah, the whole
Right.
time watching, I was like, is this like a faction in the game that, like, you know, is
no,
at
from-
odds sometimes with Dante?
No, like for me, from what I know, this is all like series only thing. I don't remember them. Maybe Trish or Lady, I'm sorry, maybe Lady mentioned them in one of the games, but I can't remember honestly. At most, it's probably like a notebook somewhere, but I doubt it is. Or maybe it's a manga only faction since they
From-
got the rabbit from the manga. No, like you guys said.
yeah,
earlier.
the rabbit is from the manga. From what I can pull up, it is only something from the Netflix show. So it
Okay,
is
then-
an original
Oh.
entity added for this show.
That makes sense.
Interesting.
It's
They felt like
the
out of
entity,
place.
like the entity in itself, it's kind of like your typical, you know,
Paramilitary group that's
paramilitary
you know,
organization that doesn't officially exist, right?
Actually, you know what? It makes sense it's not in the game because their entire story doesn't fit the story of the game.
right.
And
like,
I think,
the-
and I'm
yeah.
gonna be like, and I'm gonna say at least, granted, we'll speak more about it later, like as the pod goes, right? But I think Darkcom as a paramilitary organization, it fits very well in the sense that what Grandmaster was saying. It's like, oh yeah, this looks like your typical good versus evil, like humans versus demons. But then the waters start to muddy a bit.
I didn't like it
Kind
because
of
of that.
as the series progresses, and ha Darkham is the reason that muddies up, and is a good reason of why it muddies up.
Well, I think Darkholm, as far as what the series has given, is an interesting entity because Bane's is the definition of why you need to separate church and state.
Oh yeah.
Because
He wants
right,
to go, like, honestly, he wants to go on a freaking crusade. He wants to go, like, honestly, on a Christian jihad. It's
And
like,
and some people
pretty-
didn't like that about the series. They're leaving
Yep.
negative reviews on Rotten Tomatoes and IMDb.
I think
saying,
it makes so much sense.
Honestly,
all you did
it's
was make
like-
a show that said religion bad. That's all you did.
That's
That-
not what they said.
it's like, just because you felt triggered of the show, that's not a show's problem. That's a
No, but I feel like the difference is that the main thing is this show tried to humanize the demons and their story when that's not what the game is about. So because of that,
it misses,
people-
it's
that's the thing.
different in that sense. But at the same time, I'm also gonna
No.
say that.
but you have to remember people that watches who play the game were like big fan of the game.
Mhm.
The logic is demons are demons. There's no friendliness with them. Their entire goal is to come slaughter.
They
and kill.
come from hell, god damn
They
it.
come from hell or alternate reality, but really they are demons. That's the entire idea of them. But in this game, they humanize them. And to me, as I was watching it, I compared it to Doom. It reminded me of Doom, where it made it seem that the demon just wanted to be left alone, and then humanity had to roll around and say, "Let's go mess around with something we don't know about." And the demon kind of said, "You know what? We're tired of this shit. Let's clap back. We gotta fight back."
The show does distinguish that there are two entities in that realm.
No, there are, but the game doesn't do that. In the game, it
The
doesn't
game is
matter if
very
you're
black and white.
a lower class
And-
demon just mean more money and more gems for you to trade in to buy more weapons. That's
And-
what it is.
Karma in the chat is bringing up a good point because that, and like what Toasty's saying, that is a divide that people are making. They don't like the complexities that they added to the demons in this show. Because I mean, we could just talk about it right now. Episode 6, right?
Okay, yes,
Episode 6.
one of the best
The
episodes.
best episode.
Episode 6
Is that
is
the flashback episode?
that's the
It's the
flashback,
flashback,
episode.
yeah.
The episode that made this series a 10 out of 10.
I fell
The
asleep.
new
I got
Evanescence
tired.
song.
Oh
they
my
gave.
God.
I love the I love the
Toasty-
attention span.
Toasty with
of
a hot
switching
take.
between two storyline every couple seconds. Come on, y'all. Like, just give me
called
My
one.
a
brain
parallel.
can't
It's
keep up
called-
with
I
two
love
different
it.
storylines.
I cannot.
Love
I don't
it.
care for their backstory.
Toasty
Like,
smash.
oh, look at
Toasty
me,
smash.
little old me. I struggle, so I'm gonna become a terrorist.
No,
Or-
Toasty.
no. That's not an excuse.
I
Like,
love
screw your backstory.
They
I-
changed the animation style and everything.
I will give them credit for the animation style. That was a nice little cute change to show like the
I don't
innocence
like the
of
black
the
and
White
white.
Rabbit.
style. It was just like visual storytelling, two parallel storylines that eventually connect,
Yes.
and explode.
Yes,
And
that was good. Come
Actually,
on.
I love it. Plus, again,
Let me stop you guys for a minute
Evanescence
quickly.
song.
And
The
that
Evanescence
episode,
song, just like it, like that episode had me hooked. And when I start hearing that song, I was like, wait, this can't be. And like I'm hearing it more intently. I was like, that sounds like Amy Lee. That sounds like Evanescence. And then like I went to look for it. Song of the Flat, and then it pops up immediately. Afterlife. I'm like, God fucking damn it, yes.
okay. So in that
Evanescence.
episode, are we ever told what happened to the glasses boy?
The glasses. Oh, the
Oh, no.
lady's friend.
Yeah, we don't
the one
know.
that saved her, like the one that saved her from her depression that certainly like appear and disappear. Was it her imagination? Was it a ghost? Was it a demon? Was it just her going psycho and making up a friend on the spot? Because obviously she's having hallucination. I mean, I don't know. Like to me, it's
I
those
don't
little
think we
things.
saw who. What happened
Bad
to him?
writing.
I mean, maybe I missed it. or maybe he comes back later.
I don't think they show him from what I remember after it was funny because at first I was confusing that boy to be the White Rabbit early on.
That's what I thought it was.
Is that supposed to be the same
I
guy?
I thought they were in the same.
That's why I didn't like it. It's too much confusion.
No,
I
wasn't confused about the glasses boy. I
was confused at first, but then once they made
if anybody was confused, it makes sense why. Yes.
No, but it's like the thing is that it made sense from the beginning. Like the black-haired kid, he had the Alice in Wonderland book.
We're saying yes, it does make sense.
Like at the beginning, it's like this kid is connected to the White Rabbit, and you're like, the question that arises, like how he becomes the White Rabbit, like how he becomes a demon.
The confusion is the boy in.
No, I know, like the glasses boy that's with Mary.
Yes, because he showed up in her story kind of out of the blue.
Like kind of like plays with her at nights and all that. Like
no, but that's the thing. What kind of kid walks up to a random house or like play with this little girl and we don't know who he is? He just randomly appears. He disappear the same way.
You never have that random friend you hung out with that you never spoke of again years later.
No, because I watched the video Stranger Danger when I was in elementary school, and I knew Stranger Danger, walk away. That's how some of y'all got kidnapped.
Grandmaster
We're
was
here.
kidnapped
We're right
one
here.
time.
We're here.
No, I was not.
I mean, you're here, but is it your original home?
Listen, the point is, if anybody was confused, I get it. But yes, clear as day, the boy with the Alice in Wonderland book was about to go on his own Alice in Wonderland adventure. More like Alice in a nightmarish Wonderland. There's nothing to wonder.
I bet you regretted going into that portal.
Honestly, he went to the wrong. He thought it was like heaven or something. He's like, yay. Oh, I should not be laughing at this, but that scene where he gets slapped off the table. When I saw that scene, that reminded me of that Boondocks episode where Uncle Ruckus got slapped. Did I just catch you having fun? I should not be laughing, but I saw that scene. I'm like, why did she slap him like that? Why in that manner?
It's the way that he flipped when he got slapped.
It was the way, yes!
He flipped an entire like 360 degrees.
Literally Uncle Ruckus. Y'all, if you have not seen that Boondocks episode, go rewatch it because it was beat for beat, like animated the same way. I'm like, no, y'all did that on purpose.
Karma pointed out a perfect thing because yes, Studio Mir did the Boondocks.
Are you serious?
Studio Mir did the Boondocks.
Oh
That's
my god,
correct.
that is so funny. Karma. Yes. Oh my god, no, that's so
actually
funny.
The Boondocks is partially why Studio Mir did not do all of Korra Book 2 because they were animating season 4 of the Boondocks.
Wow.
Oh, yes.
That's
yes.
okay.
Yes.
See, that's a fun fact. I did not know that.
Okay. Oh, see, don't Studio Mir, please. Enough. Do not get on me about my brand loyalty for Studio Mir.
So you didn't know that. You didn't know that.
So it's the same studio. They animate Uncle Ruckus getting slapped across the room, and they're like, "Yo, we about to cook again here."
Correct. Yes.
Use the same storyboard we did for Uncle Ruckus and put it in here. Oh my god, that is so funny.
Hilarious.
Oh my god.
That
is
here we are.
That gotta be the greatest fun fact I think that has ever been said on here. That's gotta be the greatest fun fact. That is so fucking funny.
Okay, yeah. I mean, the one thing I wish happened this episode, I wish he was able to confront his bullies when he got back to Earth. That sucks, but I mean,
he grew up. He stayed there. He never
doesn't matter.
Back.
The trauma was still there, and I would have gone back for revenge.
The real bull. Okay, so like thematically,
what, the real bully was life.
No, thematically, thematically, the bullies evolved into Darkcom and the racist ideologies that you can't come in our world. Turn back now.
It's like immigrants.
Funny enough, in that scene, I thought it was so absurd that they, Darkcom sees these like group of innocent looking demons. They have their hands up. And they're like, freeze! What do you want?
Sucker!
What do you want
be
here?
fair-
And they try to rationalize with them saying, listen, I don't got time to explain. There's something chasing us. And then bam, this giant ass monster comes in through the portal and starts chomping on everyone. And in my head, before the scene starts, I'm like, oh yeah, Darkcomm's gonna start opening fire on the big ass demon that is causing the issues. They open fire on everyone there.
Gotta kill
in
the roaches
scene.
first.
I'm like, what are you doing?
You
What?
see, that's an example of bad storytelling to me because
To me, I thought that was bad. I thought that was bad.
No, that was horrible because it was a way to set them up as villain.
Yes.
When the guy
yes.
knew he was getting chased and he should have just closed the goddamn portal. They should have made some other reference as to why his group got killed and why there was the explosion. To me, that was absolutely stupid. You literally saw a bunch of your people already getting killed in the Makai demon world, or Makai is the name for the
that's
demon
new,
world.
actually.
Makai,
By the
yeah.
way,
Makai,
the place we
Makai.
call Makai.
Yeah, you already saw the monster chasing you, and it's not a new monster. It's a monster that has been chasing you for years at this point because that was the first monster that chased you as a kid. You walked to the portal and you left the portal open.
No, wait, but
To
like,
me,
correct
that's
me
bad.
if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong, but he had built like the portal thing, and I think like it was still like kind of like newish.
No,
So it's
but
like-
even if it's newish, like we're not told if he could close it because he has a little Joy-Con thingy that he could twist to open, which implies if he twists it again, it would close. But my
No,
point
yeah, but
is-
at the same time, if it's like your first prototype, right, that you're using, and then finally you gave it
no,
the
but it
test
was
run with a lot.
it was not the first prototype because at that scene it was implied that he already had bought a bunch of demons to Earth already because there was a group waiting for them in that specific
that is true,
location.
that is true.
So
Right.
it was at least a couple times. So it is implied in the story
You're
at this
right,
point that he was running raids and bring multiple, and it was running enough raids that the company, the military company, knew
They
that
caught
they were
wind,
demon
yeah.
were coming in. They got a hold and they were like, okay, they're a demon. And not only that, they got enough information to figure out where the demon were gonna meet up the next time. So there's obviously a time gap between the first time he got to Earth and when his friend got killed. And to me, that is bad storytelling that he left the portal open.
But at the same
and
time,
his friend got killed.
But like also, I know they were trying to escape that like huge ass demon monster.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like you go in, right? Like you open the portal, like you're stepping in, right? And you see like a shit ton of guns, right? You're like, okay. So you raise your hands because like obviously you become focused on the guns. It's like, yo, what the fuck? It's like,
But you
that's
see,
your first-
my
that's your
counter
first
argument is the first thing he should have done when he jumped to the portal was close it. He should have not even waited. The minute he walked to it, because it's clear that the demon could see them through the portal. Like it's practically a mirror.
But you
that
got
you can
guns
see through.
pointing at you. Like, yo, like you become
You're not
worried about the
thinking
guns. You
clearly.
forget
Yes,
about the portal.
I mean-
I'm with Dr. Mondo. There was a franticness to that scene.
Yeah, there's a
Because
franticness.
So he's to blame.
They open the portal to what they hope will be a safe place.
And I thought there were
to
more people
find-
coming through the portal too.
No, there
Did-
was
did
not. He
all
was
of
the
them?
last one.
No,
Yeah,
it's
he
like,
was the last
basically like they caught them by surprise there, and it was
Oh,
like,
okay.
holy shit, holy
So
shit.
here
like, whoa, whoa,
they're
whoa, whoa,
trying to
whoa, whoa,
escape
whoa.
a danger, and they
And it's
ran
like,
right
and
into.
they like immediately you it's like put your hands up. It's like, by the way, it's like we're running away. So it's like they were surprised. This was not, they didn't expect.
No, but you see, to me, one of those things is, again, it's a pet peeve of mine. I feel like there should have been more of a sense of urgency. The minute he stepped to the portal, he's a human. He spoke like an idiot. He should have just yelled, there's a monster chasing us. We need to get away from this portal.
But at
I'm
the
gonna
same time, this is a human that's been-
clock you.
God.
I'm gonna clock you. This is the same
The
type of
fans
logic.
Studio Mir.
This is the same type of logic y'all said when I said Mark should have took Conquest to another part uninhabited by people, because in that situation, logical thinking kind of goes out the door because you're in a panic state, and
Goku never had that issue.
Two different scenarios.
because Goku always wins.
Mark, in your invincible scenario, Mark is getting rocked, like just pummeled. Boom, boom, boom,
I'm
boom,
talking about
boom.
before the fight started. I'm talking about before when he said,
Yeah.
you picked the right day. I'm mad and I need to punch something. All right. He could have logically moved.
He was probably
but
trying
then-
to send him flying to another place.
But all y'all said, you think you'd do the same or do something different than Mark. So in this same thing with the rabbit,
Toasty making
frantic-
the same stupid mistake the rabbit makes, and he's here criticizing the man, saying, "Well,
That's-
actually, logic and reason should have dominated you in this scene."
because the switch is either in his hand or on his chest. Any sudden move, they're open firing.
No, it wasn't
They're
his
open
hand.
firing.
It wasn't his hand when
they're
he crossed
opening
the
fire.
portal. But when he crossed the portal, it disappeared from his
The
hand.
moment he touches it, boom, boom, boom.
Now, what
light
I
him
will
up.
That's
say,
it.
what I will say that was BS was what Toasty mentioned earlier was them opening fire on everyone there instead of focusing fire on the clear threat that is not only the clear threat, the biggest threat
That is
threat in that
chomping.
room that's chomping, and you would think like, yeah, military group, focus fire on
Okay,
the
they
thing
just run
that
away.
could probably
They just
kill
run
us.
away.
It could kill
All right,
us.
so
Yeah.
the show, I don't know if you noticed, does this visual with Mary's eyes and how she views all the demons the same. And then when she becomes enlightened, do you know those scenes? Did you know those scenes?
Are you
Where
talking about the
it's
scenes where
like-
she's hallucinating, or
Where she
no?
she thinks she sees like evil demons.
That
and
was with
then
the
she ends
gas.
them.
Yeah, that was a gas.
Well, I took that as just artistic liberty. Either way, similarly though, and thematically, yes, you're right. There was a big caterpillar worm.
But for them, all demons are the same.
Correct. And
I mean,
yes,
All
it
demons
would-
are dangerous.
when pushed,
One is just bigger than another.
when pushed, it didn't matter. They were ready to open fire regardless if that big one came out. And
I mean-
actually, they were probably going to open fire regardless if that big one came out.
No, it
They were
makes sense.
Be ready to go.
No, it makes sense at the end of the day because from their point of view, if it was realistic, like, in real life movie, the demon would have looked like way different from your average human. So unknown mean danger. That's who they like.
I mean, if you want to take it to a real world sense too, these, minorities, cops.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Here
There
we
you
go.
There it is.
Take
There it
out
is.
politics out of my Devil May Cry.
Exactly. What is this woke politic?
I just think
Grandmaster?
okay. So
Whoa,
when y'all
whoa,
said the game,
whoa.
when y'all say the game is very good versus evil, I think just with a series and any adaptation, you just want to try to either take it next level, heighten it, or you just want to, evolve the story in a
Let me
sense to
stop you
where.
right now. The only good
Okay.
demon is a dead demon.
Okay, all right. Dark Calm, you got your new recruit here. He's right here. All right. He
Let-
already signed the papers.
And-
He's good to go.
Let me
exactly.
follow that up with this. What did you guys think about Lady? What did you think about Lady, just in general as a character in the show? Because some people are kind of divided on Lady's portrayal. Not saying she's any different from the games, but some people are saying she's
No.
really super annoying in the
No,
show.
she's different in the game because in the game she's confident and this she's cocky. There is a difference. She in this show she appears to be a know-it-all in terms of character. Like, look at me, I know everything. I can lead everyone
It's
everywhere.
like she's
I
the child prodigy.
Yeah, I can take
genius.
my team of 4 people and go into literally the headquarter of a big demon where we're gonna encounter multiple issues. Like that overconfidence, which does not exist in the game. In the game, she just happened to be confident in her skills.
But granted, again, this is a prequel, though. I think it's like you can take
Oh
that.
no. No, that's the advantage. It's a prequel, but you have to remember that a lot of the OG fans are most likely reading outside content that we're not, like the manga, which most people didn't know existed. So there's probably other content that also explore her character as a younger person that we don't know about, and they're probably mad about that.
Yeah. Okay. But I think it fit fine. I think it's like the dynamic between like Dante and Mary Lady. I think it's good because it's like they're both cocky in their own right, but in different ways, different sides.
Oh yeah, I mean I liked her
And
in the show. Just by the
in
way,
the show, it's like I think it goes well, and you definitely see throughout the show like Mary kind of like toning it back right? It's like realizing one, it's like, hey, sure, you're the shit, but you can lose.
And see,
And like,
I was gonna say Sands of Sparta in the chat brings up a point regarding Lady's character in here. I think people's main issue is just the way she portrays her character. She swears a lot in the series.
You know what?
But
I
it's
saw.
a bullheaded way of swear. Like every dialogue she says is like, these fucking demons need to fucking be obliterated and blah blah blah.
Let's go get
Funny.
this fucking Roger Rabbit. Knock
No,
off.
funny
Like
thing
that.
about that.
Yes.
No, I actually saw a meme before I watched the show. Like it was earlier today.
I think I know what
And
you're
it was-
talking about, but yeah.
And people were saying it was probably practically Zoomer dialogue. Like that's how like the kids speak on TikTok and like the streamers, like it's practically
Who don't
younger.
know how to curse.
Yeah, they don't know how to curse. It's like it's weird. You would think they know how to curse because they have the internet to learn how to curse, but it's as if they're afraid to curse or were allowed to curse for the first time and they chose to write that. It doesn't flow naturally.
And I think it's a contrast to Lady's character in the actual game, because in the game, she's still bullheaded in the game. Like she hates demons. She does not like Dante in the game at all. And it takes the entirety of that game for her to open up to him finally by the end of it. But I don't think she drops a single F-bomb at all in the game. Yet
That's it.
she's very stern with how much she hates demons.
No, but that's because in this show they try to do a connection between cursing and sounding like a badass. Where, as dumb as it sounds, in the game she just has the aura where she's like a girl boss already. She doesn't need to curse. It doesn't add anything to her character. While they show, they're like, make her curse. We want to make sure, like, you know, she's strong.
She's got to be edgy.
Badass. Yeah.
The cursing bit doesn't bother me.
it didn't bother me.
Again, I don't have a baseline though, as y'all do. But as far as what her character was shown, I like that her character is this. It's on site with demons. To very much maybe they're not all bad, which I know that already divides people about the demons being, you know, actual sentient beings that have conscience and have morals. But I like that for her character, and I like how that then plays into her relationship with Dante. So I do like their dynamic, like Dr. Mondo was saying. I do think they foil each other fine, and her action bits are cool too. Her little rocket boots, and
one thing I will say about her action bits that I kind of was a bit of a pet peeve of mine. She was rocking majority of Dante's rogues gallery, his villains.
Were those villains like
So those demons, those like main character looking demons,
the ones that showed up on the highway.
Yes, those are bosses from the Devil May Cry series across the spectrum. So like the plant demon is from Devil May Cry 4. The twin brothers Indra and Rudra and Agni.
You killed my brother.
That's Devil May Cry 3. And Dante did rock some of them. He did obliterate them, but it was a little bit. I was like, why is Lady killing the plant demon?
I agree. It's like
I didn't
She
like
might have
that.
had a higher body count. Yeah.
She had a higher body. I think she had a higher body count than Dante in terms of like killing major
kills, yeah.
demons. Dante got the fodder. He got the fodder. But some people are criticizing the show because they're like, this feels more like the Lady show, the Netflix series, because she is killing. It's like if you're watching Batman and for whatever reason, I don't know, Batgirl
kills the Joker.
Kills Clayface, kills Two-Face, and Batman's only left with the Mad Hatter. And he kills the Mad Hatter. like that. That's what happened. And I'm like, I don't know if I like that.
Are we not here for powerful female characters?
I'm okay with her being powerful and taking out maybe one villain. But
they made her too powerful too early.
She
too
took out
powerful.
everybody.
Too powerful.
she did.
She was
Like,
Ultra
she did.
Instinct dodging like a lot of major demon fights, and I'm like, this is cool. I'm okay with it, but I'm like, how much of my belief am I supposed to suspend when Dante, a hybrid, is getting rocked himself by some of these demons.
So I was gonna point that out too, and I was gonna point that out with the rabbit because the rabbit is clearly human, and I was like, oh, he's kind of moving at a superhuman level. He's dodging
But he was
bullets and
like he was
deflecting
transfusing
bullets.
himself with demon blood.
Yes,
Okay,
he
so
was.
is that the
demon blood.
reason?
Yeah,
Yes,
he
it was the
transfusing
demon
himself
blood.
with demon blood.
Because he did say
Okay.
the
To keep
demon
himself
blood.
alive,
Yeah.
and like that would give him it gives him like a boost.
Supernatural.
Okay,
And I
got
also
it.
assumed that the time that he spent in the demon world also mutated him a little bit and also gave him a higher sense than regular human, because at the beginning of the show they mentioned that something
air-
about the air
The
in
air
the
is
demon.
toxic.
Yeah, the air is toxic, and if you're not able to survive it, it's because you're a weakling.
Right,
While
right,
the
right.
stronger people are obviously
So it's like his body adapted to the
Yeah.
Don't say that. Don't call them weaklings. I wept for that little one that started coughing.
Which one?
The
The
rabbit's
one- the little
friend in the
girlfriend.
Oh,
flashback.
Like the girl.
the friends. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotcha. I thought you said you were weeping for the dark com crew that got obliterated.
Oh,
in the
I could care
building.
less for that Darkcom crew. I didn't have no. Critique. I did not care for that Darkcom team.
I didn't care for them either.
there were
That-
no face character. I didn't
There-
care.
I
tell
was
you,
excited to see the Nightwing looking lady because I'm like, whoa, she got like a Nightwing mask on. What is she
Yeah, it
gonna
was
do?
very
Didn't
Nightwing,
do
yeah.
anything. Didn't do a
you
goddamn
see,
thing.
That's the issue with having a show only cast. You know they have to be gone by the time you want to adapt later part of the series.
I mean,
Like,
you don't
they
have
re-
to because you can just
that's
incorporate
fair.
them in your own unique way. Like Darkcom. Darkcom isn't a thing in the games.
No, but that's
So-
the thing. Like, I feel like because they're not a thing in the show, they don't know. I mean, in the game, they don't know what to do with them. They created them and say, let's get rid of them because they can still be a team.
They're
Because
fodder.
Lady is gonna join Dante's team, and obviously there's gonna be other characters from the game that are gonna be part of Dante's team. We
Wait,
need
so-
to get rid of the non-game characters.
Is Enzo in the game? Because I liked Enzo.
Okay, Enzo is very interesting because once I heard the name Enzo, I'm like, who the hell is this guy? Because I know I've seen and heard this bastard before. So he's not from the games. However, he is from another popular character action game. Do you want to know who? Any guesses? Any guesses?
Hmm.
Well, he did mention
What?
a city. He mentioned a city. In
Oh,
conversation with
Raccoon
Dante.
City.
Raccoon
yeah.
He
City.
said Raccoon City.
Raccoon
Resident
City.
Evil.
A very
Yes.
cool reference, as in like, whoa, are we gonna potentially get a Resident Evil spinoff maybe in the
Oh,
future?
come on. That's got to be what they're alluding, right?
But no, Enzo is from Bayonetta, the Bayonetta franchise.
Which one is it?
Oh, really?
He's
That's the thing.
he's the guy. Toasty, you played Bayonetta. He's that
I
little
played
short guy that's always like tailing Bayonetta, and he's like,
Oh,
"Hey,
snap!
Bayonetta!"
The one that's carrying her stuff. Yes.
Yes, he
You're
carries.
right.
Yes.
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 Oh, he's the committed guy. That you're right. I forgot
So
about
hold
Correct.
that.
up. So is
Oh.
Capcom then a shared universe?
It's not a
Nope.
shared universe,
No,
but
no.
but
He's
he's
not
also
part
in
of-
the novel and the mangas too. He is also in the novel and the mangas, but he's not in any of the games for Devil May Cry. But if you type in Enzo, like you're gonna see the image of like Bayonetta, and I'm like, wow, that makes sense.
You know what's crazy? It's really the same character and Bayonetta. He's the guy that's kind of sneaky, that's always trying to look for himself first.
He's
But at
short.
the same time,
he
he
he's on the-
cares about the main character.
right,
He's a bastard, but he cares.
right,
Interesting.
right.
So not a shared universe then.
No,
No.
but as Karma just mentioned in the chat, it's not a shared franchise, but the person who created DMC1, that person also created the Bayonetta franchise.
Oh, come on.
Okay.
That's a shared universe.
Hideki Kamiya,
No.
baby!
No, it is is shared by the creator, but not by the lore or
Right.
like the game company. Because one of them is Sega, the other one is Capcom. So
Correct.
there's no
I
chance
thought they were all
of them.
Capcom.
No.
No.
Oh, you saw the
Bayonetta-
Mega Man a character in the car in one of the
We
episodes.
saw Mega Man. We saw Mega
We
Man.
saw
Mega-
Mega Man?
Yes, if
Do
you were paying attention.
You need to stay off your goddamn phone when you're watching
Dante
series, because I'm tired of this bullshit.
Yes.
Where
Dante-
unless it's Batman, unless it's Superman, I'm not gonna pay attention when I watch the series. But you do this shit for random stuff. Oh, but as soon as you learn Studio Mir, as soon as you hear Kevin Conroy as VP Bane, oh my god, let me put the phone down. References. I know this.
Yes, when Dante was getting transported in that van and they were trying to like, unscrew the thing with the belt buckle, the shoes. The blonde guy, who I guess was black, but with yellow hair.
Oh, him,
when he was driving, you saw the Mega Man statue.
It was a Mega Man bobblehead on the dashboard.
Bobblehead. It's easily missed if you were not paying attention and you were on your phone.
I guess I wasn't. Yeah, apparently. All right, cool.
But Raccoon City is more of a that exists in this universe. I
wouldn't mind a Resident Evil show. That would be good.
Resident Evil anime adaptation. I would be down. I know, there have been some animated movies and all that about it, but it's not. It's like a very different animation style. They're like.
Yeah, that's there. Yeah.
True. I think it would be interesting for them to do a Resident Evil series, should they choose to go in that direction. And it's a fun fact that they even mentioned Resident Evil, because Devil May Cry, the first one, in its inception, when it was being developed, originally it was going to be another Resident Evil game. It was going to be Resident Evil 4 back in the day. But as Capcom moved forward with the game, they're like, this is very action-oriented, and we got demons and shit flying around. This isn't Resident Evil. Resident Evil got zombies. Why do we got, you know what? This thing that we made right now, this ends in Resident Evil 4. Let's make it its own thing. And so Devil May Cry 1 was born. An accident born into a franchise.
Wow, look at that. Cool stuff.
Look at that. Indeed. So
yeah, multiverse. Yeah, I'll take a multiverse.
A shared multiverse. So I don't know. We might see a Resident Evil at some point, but
that could be a hint.
It could be a hint. And then I mean, it kind of just from there. Once we learn that the White Rabbit hates Dark Khan because of the wall that was dividing the human realm versus Makai.
It was more about slaughtering his friend, not the wall.
It was a the genocide.
Friends,
yes,
right. It's the Obi-Tobi situation where it's like you have a personal reason as to why you're doing
he went
this.
insane. He was like crying, and then
I'm late. I also hated that part because anytime they have a character go crazy and he start laughing, I just think it's a bad rip off of the Joker. Like, to me, it's such a dumb.
It did give Joker and that.
It was giving Joker. Yeah, it was giving supervillain.
But you see, that's the thing. I feel it would have been portrayed better if you just saw him become more somber and you just saw his face get dark or something like that, to show that he lost all hope, instead of laughing, ha ha ha. I feel like it's such a cliche that you see in a lot of anime also, where somebody become evil, where they lose their mind, they start laughing. I'm like, dude, okay. Like,
these are things I can get by. Like, I'm okay with it.
I'm not okay with it. I see it too much time.
I can get it doesn't bother me, but I get what you're saying, Toaster.
And as an example, what happened to the team, the Darkham team, after they left the building? They exploded it and they just decided to go home.
They lived.
But they didn't stay behind to collect the bodies like they're supposed to. They didn't stay behind to investigate. They just let this guy stay behind.
Oh my gosh! You read the Darkcom handbook. You read the whole handbook. You were like,
he's their next recruit.
Why aren't they doing?
To be fair, Lady did mention earlier to Dante, because Dante said, I'll go around killing demon. She's like, yeah, but we're the one cleaning it up. That's why people never find them. So there will be no reason for them to leave all those bodies behind and not quickly clean up.
All right, there's no story then. They clean up and they realize the rabbit's alive, and they put a bullet in his head, and there's no story. What do you want?
Bad storytelling shouldn't be excused because it's goddamn Studio Mir.
Speaking of
let it go.
Speaking of bad storytelling, there was a bit of confusion for me when it came to what is society's view of demons? Like, are they aware that
No.
demons are alive?
No, they're not.
But then you have segments where like that mom in episode 1 is carrying that demon baby around, and I'm like, does she know?
Her baby got
she
switched.
didn't know. She didn't know that the
Yeah.
baby was like substituted kind of like by a demon.
No,
Oh,
it was
is that-
switch. Yeah, because remember the toy dropped, and when the toy dropped, it showed that the baby flashed, and it's implied that he switched body with the baby.
Oh,
That's what it implied.
He didn't
And
know. He
yeah,
didn't know. That's
oh,
why when Dante figures out that that's a demon and tries to like kill it, she's like, "What the frick are you doing?" And she takes the baby away.
So for that
because she
character,
thought it was her baby.
yeah, it's implied that the mom either died later when the demon left, or the baby was left in some other place. Either like, I mean, we don't know how the demon worked because the baby had to be kept alive. So we have to
I
assume
thought that
the
whole
demon,
thing was a setup.
No, it was not a setup.
He mentioned it in the diner later. He's like, I'm guessing that baby was a setup.
Oh, was that the same demon that like changed form?
Yes,
Yeah,
the blue
it's-
face.
yes,
Yes,
Oh,
that was the
okay,
one.
okay.
You know what? I probably need to watch because I thought
I gotta watch it
baby
again. I gotta watch it again.
yeah, no. I took that when he said that in the diner. I was like, oh, it was a setup from all along to get the amulet.
Yeah, but they weren't able to get it.
I guess it
No,
makes
but
sense.
I don't think it was ever actually a real baby.
No.
It makes sense by the end then, because then the president
No,
at
it
the end
was.
is like, yo,
I
by the
think
way, demons are
it was
real.
a real baby.
That's
It
what I
was
think
a real
too.
baby.
It was a real baby.
It was a real baby
I
initially.
think you need to go back and watch the scene.
Initially, it was a real baby, and then it switched.
Because there is that scene that Dr. Mono's talking about where like the stroller is being pushed, and then some passerby walks by the baby, and then the baby disappears. Like the baby straight up disappears. The stroller's empty, and then there's
It reappeared.
and then it reappears, and then it reappears. So I'm guessing that's when the baby
It was a
was
switch.
swapped.
It
Yeah.
was a switch.
Yeah.
Pay
Okay.
attention, Grandmaster Hoop. Pay attention.
It's irrelevent whether I'm right or not. It
Listen,
doesn't matter.
Again, round two.
Okay,
You're
okay.
0-2 right now.
By-
Okay.
By the end,
It's inconsequential to me.
But-
There's other things I care about.
by the end, the president is saying, "My fellow Americans."
The redneck president.
Why does he sound like that? Did y'all hear his
No,
voice?
no,
Like
no.
I was so.
He's a
Not
bootleg
Taylor.
Bush. He's a bootleg Bush. He's got a cowboy hat
Oh.
on. And
Oh, you know what's actually funny?
Wha-
That's practically how Bush presidency was. There were
Yes.
things that Bush was not in power. It was his VP and the rest of his staff that were practically going on waging war.
and
Bush
then
was
they
just a figurehead.
they invaded a country that need not be invaded
Toasty.
Not
and started a whole
multiple-
war.
Adi said that he structured this series to be what he remembered post 9/11 America was like.
So he's putting politics in my DMC.
Injecting politics into my video
I don't
game.
care about your
about-
personal opinion, Adi. Like, just give me my show.
Toasty's like, I don't need the woke shit.
Listen, as long as I get me
Exactly.
my Limp Biscuit and Papa Roach, I'm good.
And
That's-
Evanescence
And Green Day too.
and Green
And
Day.
Green Day.
American Idiot
American
was a,
Idiot,
American
that was a
was
throwback.
choice.
Yeah,
That
that,
was
was
a
a
choice.
throwback to like high school.
No, but but honestly, that was just like, oh yeah, like again, what I was saying, they're throwing darts at America, like the
Yeah.
entire fucking show, they're throwing darts, and then at the end, it's like American Idiot, and then
Yeah.
we have the reveal of real Virgil.
Man, we skipped over
Yeah.
some stuff though. We didn't talk about the Devil Trigger.
Oh, I mean,
Pull-
that's something
bang,
from the
bang,
series.
Bang, pull
Actually,
my
you know
devil
what?
trigger.
Man, let me stop you right. I didn't like the song, the Devil Trigger song in this show.
Oh,
I
I
prefer
like the
made for
original.
series.
The original one.
I like the original. Yeah,
Oh, so
because
it's a song from the game.
yes,
A
'cause
lot-
in the game,
yeah.
the song is more of like a rock hype song. Like when it plays, that thing's get you hype. And this, it felt like it was I don't want to say classical music, but it felt like it was again more soft tone. Like it was like I don't know how to explain. Like
I know
it
what you
wasn't
mean.
hype.
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Like the
It-
song in Devil May Cry 5, that's actually Nero's theme, by the way. Karma's pointing out in the chat as well. That
Okay.
song is Nero's theme in Devil May Cry 5, and it is one of the hypest songs. You could like if
Okay,
you
The
listen to
Devil
that
Trigger song.
the
Grandmaster.
that's
go
the
watch the
yes,
opening
Devil
to
Trigger.
DMC5. Go watch the opening to DMC5. It's two of them in a van. That's the song. That's gonna get you hyped. This is the type of song if you listen to it at a concert,
the opening
you know
music
people
of
are gonna have those
DMC5 is
fingers
great.
up and dashing their head up and down.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
So-
Meanwhile,
so,
this song felt like it was being sung by Miley Cyrus. That's the difference.
So song not good. What of the actual transformation? Did this
it was cool as
stack
hell.
up?
No, the transformation is cool. Transformation was cool.
Okay.
The song
okay.
was
Mm.
not rock, which I didn't. It was the type of rock, but it was not the hardcore rock.
It wasn't
that
your
you usually
preference.
see. Yeah, it wasn't my preference. Like the beat wasn't there because when you listen to that song in this game, if you have speaker, your speakers are booming, boom, 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 boom. Especially when they're saying the Devil Trigger part, like that thing is booming. It did not do that in the show, and I didn't like that.
And see, I'm gonna say my critique of Studio Mir is they have not nailed CGI images yet, mixed with 2D animation.
Yeah.
You're right about that. The faces were weird.
There.
And
The whole
was-
thing looked off. Yeah, the
no.
faces. Yeah, the expressions.
The faces was worse, but to me, it was okay when they were action sequence. I was turned off from this show. I was not gonna watch it because of the trailer, because the CGI looked weird. But when it's in
did.
motion, it looks good. So it grew on me. I mean, I watched the Dragon Prince. I'm okay with CGI thing.
Oh
so
God.
But
Oh,
like,
I think
yeah,
the
like,
Dragon
I
Prince
think
is Studio
I agree
Mir,
with
too.
Grandmaster. Like when it
Is it?
comes to, I'm very, when it comes to like that type of CGI, and you're mixing it in with anime, a lot of times it doesn't come off well. I agree that when they were moving around, it was fine. It was great. It looked fine. It was just when they were like calm. Let's say like if they were like talking to one another.
Right.
Yeah.
It was very.
I hate that type of animation.
It was.
It's very hard. Like it's hard. Like there's shows that I have watched that it's so hard for me to continue the show because of that animation. Like Kingdom is one of them. Great, absolutely amazing later on, but Kingdom, it's one of them.
Yeah, Berserk 2016 is also.
Oh no! But that's atrocious. That is an insult.
That's another tier below this one. But I do agree that when they were standing still, like, and they really limited it to like the big demons, like the plant demon,
yeah, like the flying demon, the plant demon,
right. And it's weird because there were some
and
scenes
the twins.
and the twins.
Well, the twins not that much.
The
It was
twins-
mostly
the
like
twin.
The twins were-
No, the twin had a bad face. There's a scene where he's on the ground after Dante and his Devil Trigger mode beat him up, and he has his mouth open, and it looks like it's a PNG file that they just put
Actually,
on top of the show. Like
the motorcycle sequence was not that good too.
Oh,
you see,
yeah, I saw
and
that in the
that's a
trailer.
scene- and that's a
Yeah.
scene in the game that's freaking amazing. When you unlock the motorcycle, it's hyped up. So you think that they're also gonna hype up this scene in the anime? I mean, it's not an anime, I guess, or it is.
I mean, yeah,
in
you
this
can call it that,
animated
call it
show, which they didn't do properly.
But I will say this: I love Last Resort for the motorcycle. I'm
This is my last reason.
I
I
would've
just
liked-
love that song.
I would have liked it more if it looked cleaner.
Oh no, yeah,
Okay.
like, I agree. It should have looked a little bit better.
No, the
but
songs were
definitely
good.
I got hyped on the song alone. Like
No,
when I
the
just
songs
heard,
were.
cut my life into pieces. I'm like,
But that's the
okay,
thing.
here we
The
fucking
songs are
go.
good
Let's go.
because it's really songs that we grew up listening to in high school.
yeah, no,
in
no,
middle
yeah,
school.
so
That's
that
what-
was-
it
Yeah,
was a
no, they were
throwback.
they were good. They were like,
It's
yo,
a
this is a
2000s,
bop.
yeah.
Yeah, this is early 2000s, but it's like
Mind
I was
you,
like, let's fucking go because I
Abbott-
love that.
Abbott Elementary just did Papa Roach like a couple weeks ago, and they did it better. It was used better in Abbott Elementary than it was here.
That's
I'll
not
say
a good
that.
show.
If you
Right.
watch Abbott, you know. If you know, you know.
I need to catch up because I saw a scene where there was it's a little distraction, but there was a protest of black people, and the teacher
And he said the blacks.
"Oh my God, it's the black!" And I
Yep.
was like,
And
I need to
Abbott?
watch the new season.
Yes,
Yes,
and then he turns around to all his black students.
yes,
and
and
he's
the
like,
students are looking. I'm like, oh man, what the fuck?
Too
Yeah.
much. That's funny.
But
You see,
I mean,
that's a meme.
I didn't skip the intro once. Limp
I didn't
Bizkit.
skip it.
oh
it
no,
had-
it was a
they-
bop every time.
and that animation
It
style
grew.
too, that
It grew
whole
on me.
animation sequence during the intro, I thought was superb. Yeah,
I didn't like it at first, but it grew on me. Like by the end, I was listening to it.
How'd you guys like the final fight between the White Rabbit and Dante?
I honestly thought it was kind of weak.
You thought it was weak.
Well, I'm sorry. I guess I'm talking about he was fighting the bat dude first, and he was going back and forth between the portal.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
It wasn't Castlevania level of.
Yeah, it's no
animation.
Castlevania.
It didn't get me. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Karma in the chat was kind of pointing that out too. It's not. I wasn't like. I got hyped at some points, but I wasn't on the level of Castlevania like the way I was.
Oh no! Like the thing is that also like Castlevania Nocturne, those last the last fight.
I mean that's really the direct comparison.
That was like like the episode starts and ends with that. It's like there is no pause.
Right.
I was just hyped. Here, it's like I was hyped in parts, like a good amount of parts, but there were like lull periods. There were lull periods, and I was like, okay, but then it picked up again, and then I was
but that's the issue. The fight didn't feel like a season finale fight. It just
it did not fight. I agree,
like a pre-season finale fight. I expected some. I don't. It sounds dumb, but I expected some better animation in the last fight. I expected animation to all of the budget to have been put in the last fight, because I got spoiled by Castlevania. Let's just say with that. And
I'm gonna say this because to what you're saying about the budget, part of me feels the next batch of episodes have already been produced or are already in post-production to where we'll probably get that high fluidity, high budget fight for probably Dante. I'm sure Dante's gonna fight Virgil.
Virgil, that has to be.
You're not ready for that. And you know what, Grandmaster, you need to get yourself ready and play those games. At least play the 5th game. Because the older game were more difficult.
Jesus Christ, he's not gonna know anything what's going on. Who the hell is this guy? What's it?
Okay, that's fair, but do you think he's gonna play the 3rd and the 4th?
Yes, because he plays Kingdom Hearts 2 and 1 like 50 goddamn times every year.
Hey,
you know what? If you're gonna play those, play DMC.
I haven't played Kingdom Hearts in a hot minute. Relax.
Right, a minute, as in like a minute ago,
as in last week.
No,
that's a hot minute to you.
Probably November, if anything.
Is it still on your system?
Yes.
Yes, I have the disc. Yes.
Installed. Taking up 20 gigabytes, 30 gigabytes.
I actually want to replay. Dream Drop Distance.
You see what I mean?
Like,
this is ridiculous.
Why
This is ridiculous. This is the best one, Toasty.
Because I've only played it once on the 3DS.
Play Chain of Memories. Play Chain of Memories then.
Oh,
I'm not playing Rechain. I rather play GBA like Chain of Memories.
Ridiculous.
Okay,
absolutely
listen.
Ridiculous.
If the chat says I should start with Devil May Cry 1, I'll go back and play, or I'll play it because I never played it.
To the chat, he won't do it.
No, I will do it for chat.
He'll feel obligated if they pressure him. They'll probably tell you to play DMC.
There goes one yes. There goes one yes.
I would say just play the 3rd.
Look.
Oh, in that order. Hold on.
Sands of Sparta skipped 2.
He skipped 2. No one likes 2. No one likes 2. Yeah. 2 is the worst.
If you have trouble sleeping, you hear that? 2 is that bad?
2 is bad. And funny enough, you want to know about 2? They had one of the villains from 2, the main villain from 2. I think his name is oh god damn it, what's his name? God damn it. He appears twice in the Netflix series. He appears in the beginning when they were showing all the devil hunters down the list of it was Baines going through the list of like all the demon hunters they were tracking down. He appeared there. And then also goodness, at the very end when Baines invades Makai and like, you know, is taking over everything, that same villain is there again. Arias. That's his name. Arias.
Is he's a hunter? He's another hunter?
I don't know what they're trying to do here in the show, but I'm sorry, from the game into the show, but in the show he was one of the demon hunters that they found in the show. Right.
Okay.
So yes, Arias, but
I hope they're on PlayStation Plus.
Skip.
I mean,
I got a physical
has
copy.
them.
I got a physical
Yeah.
copy you can borrow.
Oh, you
so
do?
what's
Has
your
the
excuse
copies,
now? What's your excuse now?
He has the copy from all of them from 1 to 5.
Correct.
So
Oh no, the like PS4 edition.
PS4 edition.
That's
yes.
okay. It plays in the PS5.
I know. Fine, I'll pick it up tomorrow.
There we
And the
go.
PS4
Perfect.
edition is the HD collection, so you actually get the better version.
To the chat,
All right,
if
there
any
it
of
is.
you are on the Discord, pressure him on the Discord.
Yeah, pressure him in the Discord. He can't
It's
ignore
like,
you if
I
y'all keep
promise
harassing
you
him.
that he is going to forget.
I don't think they want to harass. I think they trust me. I haven't given them any reason to not trust me.
We're gonna be here.
And I am giving
Trust
them
you.
reason
We
to
haven't
don't
given
trust
us
you.
Elden
You're not
Ring
gonna do
or
it.
Sekiro.
I think when they come onto this live, they heard, oh, he's
They
very
need to see
open-minded.
the entire Grandmaster.
I
They
think
can't just see the one you prop up for the screen.
I think they know I'm a very open-minded individual. I think they heard my takes on how much I enjoyed this series, which I
You
we
know
haven't
what?
talked. We didn't.
Let
I
me
know we're
stop you
wrapping.
right here. If they saw your watch history for your Netflix, Hulu subscription, and
Okay,
HBO
yeah.
Max, or if they
Yeah.
saw your PlayStation gameplay time or play
Okay.
history, they would judge you.
I don't think so. I think
Hatoful
we have a
boyfriend.
good rapport. I was gonna say the plane sequence was actually one of my favorite sequences.
It
The
was
Air
pretty
Force
cool.
2.
Iron Man 3.
Yeah.
Iron Man 3. I was like, even
References! References! I know
Well,
this! This is Iron Man
well,
3!
Enzo even said, Dante, don't you got one of those suits? To catch?
I literally
Yeah.
when he said I called it even before he said that because I'm like this is giving Iron Man 3 and then when he said that there I'm like wow they knew who they were pulling from.
They sure
No,
did.
that's the thing. The show does a lot of things really well. That's why I enjoy it. It's different, but it's enjoyable.
Yes, hey, sorry you didn't make the cut at the Chuck E. Cheese tryouts.
That was funny.
Yes.
That was funny.
You know, I'm sad about him. Yeah.
Yes, I enjoyed this show very much.
Oh yeah, no for sure.
Did we cover all the big stuff?
I mean the
think
only
so.
remaining thing is the final reveal that whoa Virgil is alive. Who
I mean, we
would've
knew
thought?
that. I knew
I
it was
mean,
him. The minute
see-
he appeared, gave the blood.
But see, this is there's an interesting dynamics being built here. You got Darkon setting up shop in Mackay and colonizing. It looks like they're about to start colonizing.
Again, like Doom.
And then you have Virgil working for Mundus.
Which is very
King-
interesting.
King Mundus.
That's very. I don't think he checked my DMC card at the front door. I played DMC 3. He was not working for Mundus in that game.
No, I think he was just a rogue.
He was
trying
just a
to set up
rogue.
his own. He was trying to do his own thing. That's in the entire Virgil stuff.
yeah,
Like he's a dog without a leash that can't be
he,
controlled.
he wants power. He wants
Yeah.
power, and I think it's interesting because you see in the flashback with them as kids. Grandmaster mentioned this like off stream, but it's like, why is Virgil such a punk ass?
Oh my God, Virgil was pissing me off. I said, "Yo, Virgil, shut the fuck up!" Like,
Why is his amulet bigger than mine?
and he's like, "Where's mine?" I was like, "Oh my God, she's about
Graham.
to give it to you."
Can you
Grandmaster.
relax?
Just like relax.
You'll get a blue one, you
Grandmaster,
piece of
it's
shit.
like we spoke about in the last stream. It's Alpha and Beta twin. They had to fight for the top position. The same way with
Oh
the
my
sibling. There's the top sibling, and then there's a sibling that gets smacked in the back of the
Hell
head
no,
whenever
Virgil
you want to
got
watch
something.
TV.
Virgil got something messed up in here.
I want them to explore that. He's
Yeah,
probably
I think-
mentally ill or something.
I
don't
think they will, because he sleeps better than Dante as well. I'm sure that's supposed to be taken as, just whatever. But I'm
He's
sure
a
that
calm
has.
person, and
I ju-
Dante doesn't know how
Oh
to
yeah,
sit
it's like
down.
Virgil is Dante's opposite.
the
Yeah,
opposite. Yes.
It's like Dante is like rambunctious. He is
Right.
like hyper. He is impulsive.
yeah,
Virgil is very calm and stoic and
resting bitch face also.
like
Mm,
he is like Virgil is Dante's polar opposite.
Yeah,
interesting.
And-
which is
and-
cool.
Even like the way they fight, it's like like the way like Dante, the way he fights is it's kind of like all over the place. and Virgil is like very controlled movements.
Yeah.
It's like
Oh,
it's,
yeah. When Virgil fight, it's practically art. It's as if
It's
he was
art.
it's
drawing a
very
painting.
like precise.
Yeah.
It's
That's what you call Dante.
He's an idiot. Like, the man is the kind of guy to slip on a banana peel because he forgot he put the banana peel on the floor before going to bed.
Give me a artist. Who is Virgil and who is Dante? If you'd name some.
Here's an example.
artists.
It's Sasuke and Naruto.
No,
Virgil
man.
is Sasuke. Dante is
You
Naruto.
don't know. Don't pretend like you know like complex artists over
He
here.
could have said, okay, so Virgil sounds like he's a Van Gogh, and Dante sounds like he's an Andy Warhol.
Why do you do this?
Come on, don't tell. No, come on.
I agree with the Van Gogh part.
Warhol, he's crazy. He does Campbell noodle soup art.
You're
Wait,
dumb.
you
Which
mean
is cool.
wait? I think it's like if you're gonna go with a crazy artist, just say Dali.
Well, he's just surreal.
Mm.
But if you're
Get
gonna
it?
go with a crazy
Surreal.
artist, it's Dali.
The point
All
is,
right,
you
what
should
about
be hyped. You
Or
should be
Picasso.
hyped.
Virgil's cool, and he already did his double trigger. It looks like he hangs in his double trigger.
No, that's because he's more intelligent than Dante. He realized what's going on earlier.
And he also embraces his demon side more than Dante.
Yeah.
Dante embraces his human side, while Virgil embraces his demon side.
So, okay, because in this show, Dante learns he's the son of Sparta. Now, Dr. Jace and I years ago saw the original Percy Jackson movie where, one of Percy Jackson's famous lines is like, I think I'm the son of Poseidon, right? And every time Dante kept saying, yeah, I think I'm the son of Sparta. I was like, yo, is this a Percy Jackson reference?
I wouldn't be surprised. They
Wow,
reference
you're gonna say, is this a JoJo reference? They stood together.
everything's
So
a reference.
his cadence and how he said it and how he was like flipping his sword, it looked like a Percy Jackson reference. I think I'm the son of Sparta.
I wouldn't put it past them. They reference Iron Man 3, so anything's on the table.
I had to mention it because it was making me laugh. I was like, he's saying this just like how he did in Percy Jackson, but that's just me.
I mean,
I'm hyped.
We'll see what the plan is because, I mean, he's working for Mundus in the show. He did not work for Mundus in the games. They never worked together at all. Mundus was the main villain in DMC 1. Virgil was the main villain in DMC 3. So
You're spoiling it for Grandmaster. He didn't know that.
yeah,
he has to play the game.
but the show's not going to do anything with that.
I actually
No, but
watched
you
a little
mentioned
bit
was
of
the villain in the games.
I actually watched a little bit of the opening for one. I saw a walkthrough on YouTube. So I saw Trish, and she mentions Mundus and stuff.
Okay.
I don't know more than that though.
Once this is done, you definitely need to go see the DMC 5 opening. That's what I'm asking you. You're gonna see why the Devil Trigger is so much better in the game than in the show.
I actually watched a little bit of the opening of 5, but I skipped to the gameplay, so I missed what you were talking about. Well, I was trying to see if the gameplay intrigued me enough to play the game.
It's literally God of War. It's literally like the concept of God
It's
of War
3D
is in
God of
there.
War.
You collect weapons from defeated bosses and you use those weapons to beat the shit out of the next bosses. It is literally God of War. You're pissing off Karma in the chat. You're pissing him off.
I'm not a gamer.
Let me get some cake, but remove all of the frosting and just eat.
I just want the batter. I want the batter.
Yeah, screw the frosting. I don't need
I'm not a gamer. I'm not a gamer.
But the thing is that we've tried to get you into good games, and you're like, okay. Kingdom Hearts.
Don't worry, we will get you into the good games. I know you're gonna play the From Software game.
Yeah,
at least one before the end of this year.
You're gonna play Elden Ring, Sekiro.
I want to go play Devil May Cry.
Right, Devil May Cry's up first.
I'm on a Devil May Cry train.
I will say the show ended in a very interesting scenario. Lady, that goddamn bitch, betrayed Dante at the end of the season, and he's locked up.
Oh, right. She iced him.
That, to my knowledge, that's never happened in the games.
Yeah.
Dante being locked up by the the military, and then it looks like some time has passed. Like the military invaded Makai.
Oh no,
And
it's
they
definitely at least a
established
couple
like
years.
so much in there already.
No, you have to assume at least a year minimum has passed because they have to enter, they have to map the area, they have to build.
They
have
built
to find a place.
infrastructure there.
They're mining.
No, it's not only that. They have to find a base. They have to find the perfect place for mining. They have
definitely
to find
jumped.
it
definitely jumped.
It's been at least a year or two, which I want to know how the rest of the world is going to react to that, because you might see a three-way war between human versus human, and then demons also trying to fight.
Because what are they mining? Did they discover a mineral there that's like
it's a new world? They're gonna find a
Adamantium.
mineral. They're gonna find some kind of mineral they don't have on Earth, which can be used for something.
God wanted us to find this.
He gotta go.
This was God's doing.
Who's gonna voice him in the next?
He has a dude that was also doing some voice work, I guess. To when they bring him back in to do some extra stuff. Ian James Corlett provided additional dialogue for him.
Oh.
Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Please don't tell me he's this guy. Wait. Oh, maybe not.
No, he's not.
What are you talking about?
He's he's a dub for Goku. Saban dub.
Okay.
Saban.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
The company that did fucking what is it called? Power Rangers.
Which one? There's a ton.
The old one. Like
Lightspeed Rescue.
The earlier ones, yes.
Dino
like,
Rush. Dino Rush.
Oh, no.
Ninja
Is it the one in the
Theory.
forest?
It don't matter. It don't matter.
Rainforest Cops.
Generalizing.
It don't matter. I don't know.
The point is,
you don't know your Power Rangers.
The point is, I mean that's really the ending of the DMC series. It's very Castlevania-esque, where it kind of just ends. They defeat like the villain, whoever the villain is of the series, but like there's plenty more for them to progress towards. I know that they're already done with season 2. They're just waiting for that thumbs up to be like, hey, it's coming out next year. But we'll see. I like the series, man.
I liked it.
It had problems, but and the thing is,
what's your rating?
I'm okay. I was debating between like an 8 to a 9. Okay. I was leaning towards 9. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna go 8.5. I'm gonna go 8.5. Okay. Those 3D animated segments with the demons, I wasn't a fan of those at times. I don't like how Lady rocked half of Dante's roster, his demon roster here. Yeah. But at the same time, I'm not gonna lie to myself. I was having fun the entire time. I was having fun with Dante. Every time he went into Devil Trigger, which evolved. I don't know if you noticed that. His Devil Trigger changed the first time he did it and the last time he did it against the White Rabbit. I liked it. And I mentioned this to Grandmaster off stream before, but the fans that are complaining that this show is dog shit because it's not 1-to-1 like the games, absolutely not. No, like it is not dog walk. It's no 3, it's no 4 out of 10. To me, the show is boring if you make it 1-to-1 like the games. Just good versus evil. It wasn't perfect. It wasn't perfect the way they did it here, but I had more fun with this show lore-wise than I did with the lore in the original Devil May Cry. I like the gameplay of Devil May Cry, but I'm not sitting here wondering like, oh man, the lore in Devil May Cry is so rich. I just like Virgil and Dante and Trish and Lady. That's it. Well, but what do you all think? Where do you stand with Devil May Cry?
I give it an 8.5 too.
Wow. 8.5. Okay.
I give it an 8.5. I think it's like I echo a lot of what you say. If I'm gonna watch a show about like an adaptation of a video game or something, whatever, I want that. Like the video game is the blueprint. The video game is the skeleton. How you fill that skeleton out with like the muscles, nerves, whatever, that is up to you, and that is what makes it unique. That's what gives it its own flair and like the director's flavor. And I think it's like when it comes to a game like Devil May Cry, sure, like good versus evil, like all demons bad. Yeah, that's fine. You could like for a hack and slash game, that's perfect. That's honestly perfect. But for a series that you're not hacking and slashing, you're watching a series. That's gonna get old very quick. And you need something to carry it throughout 8 episodes.
I was mentioning this to Grandmaster earlier as well. For a series to
For
make it engaging,
you need something more. You
have to do this. You have to do this.
For a video game, it's perfect. For a video game, it's perfect. You can do a hack and slash, good versus evil, all demons bad, blah 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 blah. But if you put an extra layer on a series in which you're not hacking and slashing, then I think it gives it that potency to hold itself up. So, but yeah, I think I agree with a lot of the same problems that you saw. But yeah, I had fun. Like I really, if I didn't have work the next day, I would have binged watched it in a single go. I pretty much saw it in two binges, and if I didn't have work the next day, I would have binge watched it all in one go. Like that's how much fun I was having. I saw like first episode, I was like, okay, next.
It's a very bingeable show.
And I was like,
very bingeable.
Well, fuck, I need to go to work tomorrow. I'm not getting up. Okay, shit, I'm gonna have to turn it off. So yeah, 8.5. I'm excited for the second season.
I guess I can go next.
Go next, damn it.
I'm down. I had a lot of issues with the show. Like there were obviously issues with animation. There were other issues with like the Devil Trigger song, for example, and other minor stuff. But it was a decent show. I can't lie. I'll give it a solid 8.5. I did enjoy it. I enjoyed it more than I expected to enjoy it. But I do know that they left enough where if we have a second season, I'm expecting something better. I know, for example, when he gets Ebony and Ivory, that's going to be amazing.
Oh, Ebony and Ivory, Jesus.
Like, you see, that's something that was missing from the trailer before I knew it was, I guess, a prequel or like, you know, like an early version. Like, that's something that was missing. So I was like, I know they're going to bring those in the second game. I know Virgil fights is going to be amazing in the second game. But I also wish they didn't kill Enzo. That was one I criticism.
And that was too soon. That was too soon.
I feel like he just, you know, he's gone. Maybe he's not gone. Maybe there's some clownery where they're going to bring him back using like demon blood clownery, which I could see them doing. But I mean, it was a decent show. People that are complaining, I would just say, enjoy it for what it is. If you really care for the story of the game, go play the game, which I'm about to do anyway. So you can have both worlds.
I'm still going to play the game. Yeah.
Oh, no, I'm saying I'm going to replay the game. Like, I'm actually going to go out and replay, like, to the entire series again. Because, like, when I played the first time, because I only played each of the game once, except for the fifth one, which I played multiple times. But I'm willing to go back that way. I'm like, okay, let me get actually invested in the show or in the game and try to see if I miss anything the first time. So, good show. Yeah.
All
and
right.
one more thing, Grandmaster, please go watch the opening to DMC5 once again without
could
skipping
just,
it.
you know, run through the games and just play it.
No, just go watch it. It will hype you up. Actually, just have that music play in the background because I have it on Apple Music. I should tell you that. That's how much of a good song it is.
I've been playing Limp Bizkit on repeat for like the last 3 days. It's an 8.5 for me. I think an 8 would be too low, but I think an 8.5 leaves room to grow. Being new to the franchise, I like that. I like the fact that I have a conversation with myself saying, is this from the game? Is this something that is dividing the fandom? Is this something that the fandom's talking about? Because I want to engage with the fandom and see their thoughts and feelings on this. Because for me, I just find it to be good writing on that part to make, you know, this idea that holy versus demonic is not black and white and that there's gray in there. And so for me, when I recognized that in the show, for me, that elevated the show. That took it next level for me. On top of the superb moments of animation, and superb moments of character work. Yeah, I am now invested in this franchise. So again, I have my critiques. Studio Mir need to nail the CGI. They have not yet. And I want to see some more development between characters, maybe not kill off everybody, but I like where it's going. I like what's been given. The VA cast 2, RIP to the GOAT, Kevin Conroy. May his soul rest in peace. He killed it as VP Baines, but also gonna give a shout out to Johnny Young Bosch, and I know y'all said her and the cursing was not that good, but Scout Taylor Compton, because she'll be back as Mary Arkham, and then Hoonley as White Rabbit. Hate to see them go, but yeah, no, very much. I'm here for Devil May Cry, so.
I think we're all ready for season 2 of Devil May Cry whenever it graces us on Netflix. Probably the same time we get Castlevania Nocturne season 3, perhaps next year in 2026. We'll have to wait and see. In the chat, we had a poll going on as to which DMC is the best in the franchise. And Grandmaster, that's probably your gauge on where to go on. Out of 13 votes, you got 61% saying DMC 3 is the one that's the best in the series.
People like that game a lot.
It's really, really good. I played it recently. It holds up very well. 30%.
I remember the cover for this one. I'm looking at it now.
For DMC 3.
That the box art. I remember.
And you
that.
probably walk right past it to buy your third copy of Kingdom Hearts.
Sure did.
Funny
Absolutely.
enough, my exposure to DMC 3, I played a demo of it in like some mall game shop as a kid back in the day. And that game was so, like, I loved it. I was like, whoa, this guy's eating pizza while beating up demons. But that game was so goddamn hard. I could not finish the first room at all. And that's because the North American version of the game by default had the hard mode difficulty from Japan as the default
That's
setting.
hilarious.
And I'm like, wow, that, of course, y'all screwed me over as a kid. God damn it, Capcom. 30% said DMC 5 is the best. 7% said DMC 1. And no one was hyping up DMC 4.
What about DMC?
DMC 1.
He didn't put it in the poll.
DMC
The
1.
reboot.
Oh, the
No,
reboot.
he's talking about-
Listen,
yeah.
no one's ever respectful to the reboot. I never asked
You know
them.
what? I'm actually gonna replay the reboot also because that was the first one I played.
That was the first one I played too. I liked it.
You know what?
Shoot me.
I'm
I
gonna
like
go
it.
replay PlayStation All Stars.
Oh my
Why?
god!
Stop pissing off the chat. What's wrong with you? Stop
Chat
it.
ain't mad at that. They're fine.
They said
We
play
should delete
DMC.
your PlayStation account. Yeah,
Play
they told
DMC.
you to just. They said play DMC and then go play Sekiro because they want to see you play Sekiro.
Correct.
I don't think they care.
Correct.
Believe
I
me,
don't think
people
they
do care. Sekiro is such a good game.
I don't think they care to see me play it.
It's
don't think
Horizon
they
on easy mode.
I don't think they care to see me play it.
Look,
We'll start with
It's
Devil
a
May
easy
Cry
game.
for now and see
we'll
where
start-
it goes.
Let me go finish Ghost of Tsushima.
It
let's
goes
wrap
on
this
pause.
up.
It goes on pause. We're not waiting for this.
look. Sekiro is practically Ghost of Tsushima in easy mode. All you do is press the R1 button to block, and that's it. You just hold, and that's a hack in the game. You hold to block, and
That
then you
doesn't
hit.
sound right. That doesn't sound right.
It's very
You're not
easy.
blocking. Isn't blocking the
Only
entire
one
point
way to
of
find
Sekiro?
out. Only one way to find out. But all right, folks. That's all we got here from the Yonko table on the Devil May Cry Netflix series. Let us know what you think of the series wherever you're listening to us on, whether it be Apple Podcasts, YouTube, Spotify, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok at the Yonko table. Thank you everyone in the chat that tuned in to us live as we deep dived Devil May Cry Netflix series. And yeah, just let us know your thoughts, whether or not it was a good adaptation, what you cannot wait for season 2, and what are your expectations with Virgil, the evil twin brother of Dante. But with that, folks, we're signing off now. I'm your Yonko host, Dr. JaceAttorney, fellow Yonko Grandmaster Hoop, and Supernova's Dr. Mondo and Toasty. Let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got as our closing. Cut my life into pieces. I've reached my last resort.
Suffocation, no breathing. Don't give a fuck if I'm coming, no breathing.
You could tell.
Would it be right?
You could tell who didn't have an emo phase growing up in school. You could tell which one of these two didn't have an emo phase.
Yo,
I thought we would have sang a different song.
Don't need
I
it.
thought we were gonna do the Devil Trigger song, you know, like the best song, but yeah.
I move in, I move out, hands up, hands down, back up,
Oh
back
my
up.
God, that's
Tell me
even
what
worse.
you're gonna do now. Breathe in, now breathe out, hands up, hands down, back up, back up. Now tell me what you're gonna do. Keep rolling, 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 rolling. Keep rolling, rolling, rolling. What? Keep rolling, 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 rolling. Yeah, keep rolling, rolling. Hey, fellas. Hey,
Hey, ladies. Oh, lady. Oh, wow.
Oh.